Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better Leaders Live. What do we think about this name? It is Tuesday and it is time to talk about leading better faster again, here from my newly painted office that is not yet decorated. Pardon the whiteness. So, today we are going to talk about collateral trauma, and it's a new term that I've coined, I think. So I'm Karen Gillen, leadership coach for entrepreneurs and executives who want to lead better faster. I basically help work with them to get them to a place where not only are they sleeping better at night, but so are the people they manage and the people they manage and the people they manage and their partners and their children, right? And so that's a big part of what we're going to talk about with collateral trauma is how are we leading in a way that we are not leaving a wake behind us? How are we empowering rather than disempowering? Okay, so if you are watching this in the replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments. If you have a comment, put that in there because I want to hear it. I want to come back and hear from you. So collateral trauma is hard to say, but very important. It shows up in a lot of different ways. I'm going to give you a couple examples. One is you're having meetings and you're having to have meetings after the meetings. Your staff is having to connect with each other, maybe at the office, maybe they're having to go have drinks just to kind of get through what's going on. What did you mean? How are we supposed to do whatever? It could be that every time someone who works for you or you maybe are working for someone else, every time you hear your phone ping, that wave of shame, anxiety, whatever it is for you, kind of just goes over your body or have an adrenaline response to your cell phone because what could be on the other end of that? It could be getting woken up in the middle of the night because you're dreaming about work and it's not a good dream. It's a workmare. It's a nightmare about work where something's not happening, all the crazy stuff that can happen at work. But essentially, collateral trauma is the wake left behind in bad leadership. It's the way in which people lead and their staff is not only left to do the work of keeping the ship running in the right direction safely, but they also have to do the extra layer of emotional work to recover from how you're showing up as a leader. So this isn't the most lovely, friendly topic, but it's what I think is the most important. And I think that taking on the role of leadership of other people, of your own life, it's one thing and it can absolutely do this, but certainly of other people, is saying yes to being a healer in some ways. So when you show up to lead well, this is healing for people, whether you're doing it as a healing modality or not. Why? Because we've had collateral trauma in the past. So collateral trauma is so common that we actually think it's normal. It's not. It's completely optional. I used to be a therapist. Some of you may not know this. Hi, Britt. And I read a book one time about reactive attachment disorder. And it essentially talks about there are only two motivations that any human can come from. Maybe any being, I'm not sure. But one is fear and one is love. The wake left from bad leadership, collateral trauma, is coming from fear. So this live is about offering you the invitation to choose leadership and also meaning to choose coming from love. It's a big deal. So, there's two motivators. There's fear and there's love. If you're coming from love, you are going to have a way greater chance of empowering your people rather than leaving them in that wake we were talking about. So this week, I want you to notice, am I coming from fear or am I coming from love? Also look at the things that you're already doing, that you're already committed to. Did you commit to those from fear or did you commit to those from love? And then out of everything you're doing right now, what is one small thing that you can refine or change or do better knowing what you know now? And that's what I think becoming a better leader faster is. It's not doing a whole bunch of stuff all at once. It's looking at every little thing that comes up and saying, is there a tweak I can make? Because the only thing that makes huge change in the world is typically these small incremental changes, which doesn't always make sense, but it seems to be how it works. So why bother doing this? Why bother looking into it? Why bother diving into the idea that you could even be causing trauma at work? Is because if you are consciously choosing to lead, if you were put in a leadership position, you also have to consciously choose to come from love. And fear is not an option unless you're signing up to leave that wake that we've been talking about, that wake of collateral trauma behind you. Okay? So basically, you want to come from love, not from fear. Fear comes up from all of us. It's totally normal. It can be just in transitions. It can be in doing hard things. That's totally okay. Fear will come up. But what you want to look at is, am I making this big decision? Am I directing my people from a place of fear, or am I doing that from a place of security in myself and that bigger idea of love? So if you like this video, hit like, or you can hit the little heart too, like Brittany did. And if you love it, go ahead and share it. And I will see you next week. And as always, if you want to be a better leader faster, go ahead and get into my free training. It's the fastest leadership training on the internet. I haven't researched that, but it's in the description of this video. All right. Thanks for being here. See you later.